My daughter's teacher asked why she writes her own name so small. She started the month my mother moved in. The teacher, Mrs. Alvarez, caught me at pickup on a Thursday. Can I show you something? She held out Nora's worksheet. Every answer was normal sized, but in the name box, Nora was written so tiny I had to squint. Like she'd tried to disappear it. She does it on everything, Mrs. Alvarez said. When I ask why, she says she doesn't want to be a bother. She's 7, they go through phases. But my stomach dropped because Nora had never been shy. She used to sign her drawings in letters that ran off the page. Then I did the math. The small writing started 3 weeks ago, the exact week my mother moved into our spare room after her hip surgery. That night I asked Nora about it while I tucked her in. Baby, why do you write your name so small? She pulled the blanket up, so I don't take up too much room. Who told you that? Nobody. Too fast. Her eyes went to the door. I let it go. But the next morning I started watching. My mother Diane was all sugar in front of me. Good morning, sweet pea, she'd sing to Nora. Eat up. So I told myself I was imagining things. Then Friday I left for the store and forgot my card. I came back through the side door, quiet, and I heard my mother in the kitchen. Sit up straight. Nobody wants to look at a slouching pig. I froze in the hallway, elbow off the table. You eat like an animal. No wonder your father left. Nora's voice, tiny. Sorry, Grandma. Sorry doesn't fix a face like that. You know your mother works herself sick because of you. You cost money. You cost space. The least you can do is be small about it. I couldn't breathe. This was the woman who'd smiled at me over coffee an hour ago. I stepped back out and shut the door loud, then walked in like I'd just arrived. Forgot my card. My mother lit up. There she is. We're having such a nice breakfast. Nora didn't look up from her plate. I didn't scream. I didn't flip the table because I knew Diane. She'd done a softer version of this to me my whole childhood, and she was a master at making you look crazy for noticing. If I confronted her, she'd cry. She'd say I misheard. She'd tell Nora I was the unstable one. So I needed her to say it while I watched. That night, I set my old phone on the shelf above the kitchen table, propped behind a cookbook, recording. Then I told my mother I was running Nora to a birthday party and would be back in an hour. I drove around the block, parked, and walked Nora to the neighbors. Then I came home the back way and stood in the hall with my real phone open, watching the live feed from the shelf. My mother was on the phone with her sister. The kid's a lump, Carol, just like Rachel was. I'm fixing it early this time. You teach them small before the world does it for them. I had her writing her name like a mouse in a week. A pause. Rachel? Rachel's an idiot. She thinks I'm babysitting for free out of love. She laughed. I'm bored, and her house is nicer than the home they wanted to stick me in. I walked into the kitchen. She startled, then smoothed it over. Back already? Where's Nora? Safe. At the neighbors. I set my phone on the table, screen up, my sister's face still on the call. Say hi to Aunt Carol. She's still on the line. She heard everything too. The color left her face. Rachel, I don't know what you think I heard you this morning. Pig. Animal. No wonder your father left. I pulled up the recording and hit play, and her own voice filled the kitchen. Sit up straight. Nobody wants to look at you. That's you edited that. I reached up to the shelf, moved the cookbook, and took down the phone that was still recording her right now. This one's live. It's been going the whole time. You just told Carol you did the same thing to me. Her mouth opened and closed. Nothing. You have your bag packed by the time I get back with my daughter. The medical transport's already booked. The home you called a prison. You're in it by 6 p.m. You can't put me out. I had surgery. Nora writes her name so small it disappears. You did that. In 3 weeks. I picked up my keys. You're lucky I'm only sending you somewhere. Say one more word and it's a police report and Carol's your witness now. She looked at the 2 phones on the table, both still recording, and finally for the first time in her life, Diane got very, very small.